Hey, it's Jacqueline from the CTS Sports Room, coming to you from my car. Because it's Christmas time, and my house is full of people, and I told them I was going grocery shopping, but really, I just needed a break. So I downloaded this new app that we just partnered with. It's SuperDraft Pro. It is the future of fantasy sports. And you can play for cash, prizes, and experiences that money can't buy. Like the peace and quiet I'm getting right now. You can play for free, or you can get their non-gambling subscription. Either way, you can still win cash and prizes. If you want more information, my friend Kyle Murray is going to tell you about it.
It's not easy being the fastest quarterback you've never seen. I'll be right back. There's no quicker way to get into DFS. Play Super Draft today and see for yourself.
SuperDraft Pro and Caesars Entertainment are bringing you the future of fantasy sports. So, if you want to play like a champion or need a break from the family, download SuperDraft Pro today. Play like a champion. Information will be in the link below.
We're on the heels of greatness, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 3rd and 3. Just been announced that Big Papi just got into the Baseball Hall of Fame, and Stingray's still the biggest player in Alabama's history. Stingray, how you doing today?
Good, man. How about you? I'm actually glad to be back from my last week hiatus. Unfortunately, I was not able to join you guys, but I'm back here, right here on 3rd and 3, and it's going to be an amazing show because we're going to talk about the playoffs from this past weekend, and also we're going to preview the upcoming divisional rounds, plus we're going to talk about and talk with Ray Hudson, the former Alabama running back.
All right, so let me get it straight. You miss. There's no controversy. I miss. It's because I'm sad. I'm a bit miserable. I'm this and that. So I see it now. When you miss, it's okay. I miss, and even though I may be going to a family, not a family dinner, a company dinner, or I'm sick, or I got family issues. It's not because of those reasons. It's because I'm sad. But when you miss, you had something. You had I hate this. I mean, come on now. What happened last week?
I was actually caught up in town and had somewhere I had
What was you doing in town, Stingray?
I had to go meet with my accountant last week at 4:45.
So you had to go count your money because you got a lot of it, but you couldn't make it to the show. You could have counted your money somewhere another time. You could have counted your money in the morning time. But no. Anyway, nice to see you again.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Speaking of money, you notice these $100 blinds behind me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You need to change that though, man. Get you a different background like I do every week.
No.
Change it up, man.
Blinds. They're $100 a piece, by the way.
Man, I tell you what though, we are really missing Clemson Tom though, aren't we?
No, we're not. Stop talking about him. Nobody cares about Clemson Tom. Golly, you're a Clemson Tom mark. That's all you are. Everything's Clemson Tom. I love Clemson Tom. Clemson Tom. I want to grab Clemson Tom and hug him and kiss him. No, I don't want Clemson Tom back.
Okay. Spencer is back.
Spencer!
What's up, man?
Let's get.
He's actually.
Spencer. If you're listening to us on podcasts, you should be listening to us live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. And if you can, you get to ask questions, you get to comment. And Spencer's our number one family member. If I have your money, Stingray, I would burn mine. That is true.
That's pretty good, man.
Stingray's so rich the government calls him for a loan. That's how rich Stingray is. So Stingray, let's get to it.
Okay.
Sean Payton, 15
Yes.
seasons. Only season that he missed was the 2012 because of the bounty investigation. 3 years remaining on his contract. Winning coach of Saints history, Super Bowl champion coach. He had a 9-8 season for this season. I mean, but he decided to hang it up. What's going on?
Honestly, I feel like he feels like he can't win without Drew Brees. Seriously. I mean, that's what it feels like. Because, Drew Brees retired last season, and then, of course, he retires and has a bad year. So I think
9-8 is not a bad year. 9-8 is not a bad year.
Yeah,
all the stuff that went.
But for the Saints standards,
forget the Saints standards. Saints suck. A second thing is you think about all the stuff that New Orleans had to go through this season. Not just New Orleans, all the NFL seasons with the pandemic, with the hurricane and this and that going on. And everything's going on. I mean, everything went crazy this season. I mean, this whole season was crazy. We got somebody coming. Hey, y'all. Well, how you doing? How you doing, Tanya? Well, Saints got. I mean, 9-8 is not a bad season considering the fact of everything they went through.
Yes.
But do you think he's coming back? He said this wasn't a retirement. He's basically tired. He's sick. What do you think?
I think he'll come back. I don't know exactly where, but I think it's going to be in 2023 or 2024. I think he's probably going to relax and possibly do an Urban Meyer deal where he takes a break a little bit and then comes back fully recharged.
Well, he's still got 3 years left on his contract, so either can he do a buyout or what's the deal?
I have no idea about that.
Hey, Steven. With Tanya, wow, everybody with Tanyans. Look at this. Even Spencer's like, welcome Tanya. Okay. Tanyans. The Tanya's in the house. All right. Well, notice nobody saying hey to Joey. Oh, no. No hotness is saying hey to Joey. Everybody, they know about that. They know about that checking account.
Right.
Now, the only thing I can offer a woman is these $100 blinds behind me.
That's awesome.
No, it's not. It's sad. So, back to Sean Payton. Okay. You say he's going to do the Urban Meyer deal. So you think he's going to go?
Maybe not as bad as Urban Meyer did, but something similar to that where he takes a year off, kind of recharges everything, and then comes right back. Yeah, Urban Meyer had a health issue and ducked out. Sean Payton didn't do that.
When you did the health issue, listen, everybody knows my secret about panic attacks.
Mm-hmm.
The SEC is most intense. I would say intense conference in the NCAA football.
Oh yeah.
I mean, can you blame a man and say, "Hey, look, man, this is getting way." SEC football fans are crazy. Look. It's like what Nick Saban said. We have one of the best football teams ever this past season. We won the SEC championship. Mm-hmm. We went to the national championship, and if you ask a lot of people, a lot of Alabama fans, they said this team completely sucked. You know how crazy that is?
I know.
You got fans right now who want to fire the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. 2 years in a row, we've been to the national championship game. That's how intense the SEC college conference is right now. And everybody is just like, Urban's issue was Alabama, period. Yeah. Well, that's, Urban Meyer also had Alabama's number for a long time. So,
mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
With not forget
Tim Tebow.
Yeah, Tim, I'm telling you, Tim was bad now. But you cannot fault Urban Meyer to say, look, man, I need to go lay down. And I think that's what Sean Payton is trying to do. Hey, I need to go lay down. It's a lot. I'm stressed. Yeah, being a coach in the NFL is stress. But moving on, Titans, 12-4 all-time record. I mean, 12-4 all-time record. 12-4 this season. Number 1 in the NFL. Lost to the Bengals Saturday. Stingray, your thoughts?
It's disgusting, man. They have an
What's so
elite.
disgusting
They
about
have an elite defense with Jeffrey Simmons from Mississippi State. They have two elite wide receivers in Julio Jones and AJ Brown. Let's not forget, arguably one of the best running backs, what I think is in the league, in Derrick Henry. And you pretty much have gotten your ceiling right there. You need an elite quarterback. Ryan Tannehill in the last 2 playoff games has had 1 interception and 4 picks. They were atrocious. They were awful throws this year. I really feel like that it is time to move on from the Ryan Tannehill experiment up there, because you better get you a quarterback in there now while King Henry still has good legs under him, because running backs are usually the first ones to go in the league. So you really need to get a good quarterback in there, aka Aaron Rodgers, if you are going to make a Super Bowl push, because Ryan Tannehill is definitely not the answer in Nashville for the Titans.
Well, the Tennessee Titans just fired 4 assistant coaches after the playoff loss. So stuff is moving very fast in the Tennessee right now. And I'm excited to see what's going on. Dude, those blinds totally keep the peeps out. That is what I'm talking about. And I do got the peeps, the millions and the millions, be knocking on those windows all the time. Thank you, Tanya. So what do you see in the future for Tennessee?
Right now we're going to talk about it here in just a minute, but there's a lot of issues, and it's a real shaky ground for Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams up there at Green Bay. Could potentially they trade Ryan Tannehill somewhere to actually get Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers. That would be a really, really key piece for them, and I guarantee you that would make them the Super Bowl favorites going into next year if they were to sign Aaron Rodgers.
Well, Green Bay still wants Aaron Rodgers, so
yes. But I will tell you this, though. A report came out today that Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers are a piece together. So if Green Bay wants to do and keep Aaron Rodgers, they've got to also keep Davante Adams. And that's actually word for word what Aaron Rodgers said earlier today.
What other teams do you think would make sense for Aaron Rodgers?
I really don't know. Well, I mean, you could look at Jacksonville, just simply because, Trevor Lawrence did not have that good of a year. You could also look at Carolina to replace Cam Newton, because the marriage of Carolina and Cam Newton has not been that good since he returned up there. So there's a lot of teams.
Denver Broncos?
Yes, I was about to say that as well. The Broncos out in Denver need a quarterback. And then also think about this. Whenever the playoffs are done, Garoppolo out there in the 49ers out there in San Fran, he is done with San Francisco. So possibly San Francisco as well.
Tanya makes a good point. Cam Newton.
Yes.
Cam Newton and Green Bay.
Money smile,
Well, it's Cam Newton and Green. Look, I don't buy into the whole Cam Newton's a bad quarterback. You put Cam Newton in a great system, you think Cam Newton's going to be a Super Bowl champion.
But he's never looked the same after that injury. Something happened, and he just has not had the same speed since that injury.
Well, Special does make a good point. When we're going to talk about the major transfer from Alabama to Georgia. Georgia to Alabama. Why don't you go ahead and fill in the details?
Jermaine Burton, the national champion wide receiver
no sense to me, but
at Georgia, has now transferred to the University of Alabama, and I'm guessing he wants to try and fill the shoes of Jamison Williams.
I don't understand this. How do you win a national championship with a team and then go to the team you just beat?
Yeah.
No, explain it to me, please. Don't say yeah. I need to know.
I
don't
don't
understand it.
I really don't know either, but I will tell you a lot of people transferred out. He's not the only one that transferred out.
But he literally has a future with
Daniels.
Georgia. He has a few. I mean, it's not like this guy's going to be sitting the bench for 5 years.
Yeah.
And be. I mean, yes. Don't just explain to me, Stan, please. I don't understand. You're the SEC super fan. You know.
I'm shaking my head because I don't understand it either.
No, Tanya, don't keep your mouth shut. Tell me. Tanya says right here, I will keep my mouth shut. Tanya, if you can understand why this is happening, tell us. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
And I'll give you one better. You want me to give you one better, Joey?
Yes, please.
Did you hear the news this week or this past weekend? Stetson Bennett, who has only beaten Alabama one time, has come out. I mean, he is on the top of the mountain right now. He's coming back for another year at Georgia. Are you kidding me? Why not?
I'm sorry, I didn't listen to the word you just said. Tanya put. Did you see what? And for people to listen on the podcast, Tanya put money signs.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's not awesome. That's wrong. Alabama does not cheat. We love Alabama. Roll Tide. Spencer put simple. He saw this year's champion team and wants to be a part of it. Maybe so. But go ahead and repeat what you just said, Stingray.
Okay. Stetson Bennett, who has struggled his entire career to beat Alabama, he finally got over the hump in the national championship game.
Congratulations.
Guess what? He's on the mountaintop now. I mean, he is a great quarterback in the eyes of Georgia fans. The dude's coming back for another year. There is no way with all the talent that was on that defense, no way Georgia makes it anywhere close to the national championship again.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that. I think y'all made very bad predictions this coming up football season, and I made very good ones. And I'm telling you right now, Georgia is going to be a powerhouse. So is LSU. You're counting LSU out. I'm seeing another dynasty in the making at LSU. Matter of fact, we need to get Preston Guy back on here if he's not scared of me. And we're doing top because I'm telling you right now, I know what you was talking about. NIL. I got you, Tanya. But LSU, you're gonna see a dynasty in LSU with Kelly. I'm telling you right now.
I will also say this too. I really do feel like, though, before we get to LSU, I think it's going to be Jimbo Fisher and A&M next year. I really do.
Can you imagine what Coach Kelly can do with SEC talent? No, you keep doing this, but you're the one that said that you're going to see LSU choke. Did you see what he did at Notre Dame? Let's face the facts. Notre Dame don't have that much. Doesn't have the talent that SEC schools have. That's an academic school. And people don't understand that. When you do that with an academic school, and then you want to come down to the SEC where all the best players going to want to play at. Come on now, you can't watch the recruiting. What do you expand on that, Tanya? Watch the recruiting. Explain. Watch. What about the recruiting? Don't sleep on the Hogs this year. I was sleep. Shit. Excuse my language.
There's a lot of people transferring out of Arkansas too, so that's going to be shaky up there in Vegas.
I have slept with a lot of Hogs in my day, and a lot of them came from Arkansas. I'm not even going to even respond to that, Spencer. Arkansas has no chance. LSU, Georgia, Alabama, and Florida. I'm telling you right now. Who can recruit and who goes where? Is that a question?
Oh, it's who can recruit who and who goes where is what's going to make a dynasty. That's what she's talking about.
Right. And I'm telling you, LSU is going to be a dynasty. We're looking at LSU. I mean, this is the beginning of the LSU dynasty. I'm telling you. I don't want to say it because I don't like saying it. But LSU just won a national championship, 2019?
Mm-hmm. With Joey Burrow.
Yeah. I mean, they're just fresh off a national championship.
Right.
I mean, and it's funny, they just fired the coach who just won the national championship. Makes no sense to me. I don't know how, I guess I'm spoiled being an Alabama fan. I don't understand.
Well, the off the field stuff got Coach O. His girlfriend, his young girlfriend, showing up as a distraction to practice. I mean that kind of stuff is frowned upon, especially when you're losing.
It used to be when you win a national championship, you can do whatever you want to in life.
Right
now, it's like watch the small schools too. They can come up and be in the top ratings. I agree, Daniel. Look at Cincinnati.
Ray Hudson is having some issues with his cell phone connecting to Restream.
Okay. Well, while we wait for Mr. Hudson to get that fixed, let's jump on the Big Papi.
I'm gonna let you take that one because that's
you're a baseball fan. You didn't even, Oh, let's talk about this. Stingray, the ultimate sports fan ever in the history of sports fans, did not know who Roger Maris was.
I'm not a major league
you watching this
fan,
and you're like, I don't know who Roger Maris is, then you got a problem. Sting, what did we learn about Roger Maris?
He beat Babe Ruth's home run record.
You mean he broke Babe Ruth's home run record?
That's what I said.
You said
he broke it. And then he held it for a very long time.
37 years. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, yeah. I'm working with Ray Hudson to try and find, see what he can do.
That's the reason why we love doing live TV, y'all. Look at the viewers just coming in. Wow. Well, while you're working with Ray Hudson,
Mm-hmm.
my name is Toey. I guess I'll take it from here and talk to the audience. So, if you're watching, tell me what you think. What team do you think is going to the two teams you think is going to the national championship? Do you think it's going to be Alabama again? Do you think Georgia's going to have a chance? Do you think LSU is going to have a chance? What teams in the SEC do you think is going to the national championship? Y'all decide right now. Go ahead and comment. If you don't want to comment, that's okay because most people don't. But Tanya, Spencer, tell me what you think. Is it going to be – Spencer said, are you going to sleep on the Hogs? Yes. I do think the Hogs are going to suck this year. Is it going to be Mississippi State? No. I think they're going to suck this year. Florida. I think Florida's going to be a very good team. I see the Gators doing very big things this season. I see Clemson and the ACC doing big things this year. And Stingray's flagging me. Stingray, what do you got?
It says it's not going to let him do it because he does not have a laptop. So, do you want me to reach out to the other guy that we were supposed to have for Rolling with the Tide, and then you guys can have him on again?
Do what you do. Welcome to live TV. This is why I want to go back to editing. Go ahead and give us a guess.
Okay, I'm gonna work on that.
Wow, viewership is just plummeting. I'd rather watch and see. Let's see what we see. What Tanya says. I'd rather watch and see. Preseason dibs are nuts. Never know which team will show up. Plus, the pay for image stuff has hit hard. That's true. That's very, very true. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching us now, don't forget you can watch us on podcasts. I can't watch us on podcasts, but you can listen to us on podcasts. You can find us anywhere that podcasts are, wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, you can watch us on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, etc. And we got great shows coming up right now. And we got a podcast coming up called Credible Athletes. But right now we're gonna take a look at our partner with what's our partner's name? Super Draft Pro. If you like fantasy sports, take a look at this.
Hey, it's Jacqueline from the CTS Sports Room, coming to you from my car. Because it's Christmas time, and my house is full of people, and I told them I was going grocery shopping, but really, I just needed a break. So I downloaded this new app that we just partnered with. It's Super Draft Pro. It is the future of fantasy sports. And you can play for cash, prizes, and experiences that money can't buy. Like the peace and quiet I'm getting right now. You can play for free, or you can get their non-gambling subscription. Either way, you can still win cash and prizes. If you want more information, my friend Kyle Murray is going to tell you about it.
It's not easy being the fastest quarterback you've never seen. I'll be right back. There's no quicker way to get into DFS. Play Super Draft today and see for yourself.
Super Draft Pro and Caesars Entertainment are bringing you the future of fantasy sports. So, if you want to play like a champion or need a break from the family, download Super Draft Pro today. Play like a champion. Information will be in the link below.
So, Stingray, what do you got for us?
Give me just a second, man.
Anytime you need a crazy Bama fan to fill in, I do have a laptop. We gotta have Spencer on here.
Yeah, that'd be nice. All right, give me just a second.
Spencer, while we're doing this is a perfect time. This is a perfect.
Okay, we currently have, I apologize about this. We were supposed to have Ray Hudson join us. However, we are actually going to move up a guest for Rolling with the Tide, and you can still have him on for Rolling with the Tide if you would like. But we are actually talking with offensive lineman Griff Redmill from the University of Alabama. He played during the 99 season with the year that Alabama went to the SEC championship game, and they did beat Florida in that game. So that is who we are moving up. Instead of Ray Hudson, we are actually going to be talking to Griff Redmill.
So where is he?
He said give him 5 minutes, and he will join us very shortly.
I need you to get Spencer's information, and he's going to come on Rolling with the Tide next Thursday.
Okay.
Get his information. Spencer, how are we going to do this?
I have no idea. Yes. Does Spencer have Facebook or Twitter?
Spencer, reach out to Stingray on Facebook.
Yes.
It's easy to find him on Facebook.
Steven Stingray Ray.
Yeah. And get your information, and we're going to talk to you on Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, Spencer is coming to the CTS Thursday.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about Ray Hudson, guys. I really
It's not
Apologize.
your fault. You could have called him up and put him on speaker.
I know, but it would just be
Why
better
didn't you
to
do
do
it?
video.
Huh?
It would be better to do video
It's a
because
podcast too. Matter of fact, call Ray up and tell him that we're gonna have Griff on and we can have both interviews.
okay,
That's how we do it here in the CTS. We get in trouble because this is live, and what we do, we fix. We're fixers. Stingray is a fixer. Say, Ray, listen, buddy. Oh my goodness, I know who this is. $50 at Sanchez.
yep, no doubt.
Yeah. Hey, Sanchez. Speaking of Sanchez, CTS Boxing, #1 in boxing. We're going to have Angel Manfredi coming on. James Tony postponed.
Right
His father
there.
passed away. But James Tony will be coming on to CTS. That's right. The main event with one more Sanchez. I mean, it's a lot of good stuff. We got criminal athletes coming up on February 9th. Jacqueline Phillips is taking care of that. It's got a lot of good stuff coming on.
Dude, you do not have a
No, I don't.
for
No, I don't.
Jacqueline's yet?
No, I don't.
That's going to be one of the main shows here.
This ain't Sanchez. Okay, I don't. And then if you ain't Sanchez, then you ain't important.
It's either Joe Will or Clacker.
It does. I mean, come on. Does it matter if
No.
you ain't? If you're not Tyler, Sanchez, Stingray, Clemson Tom, or Raphael, you're not important.
Right.
Then leave anybody out.
No.
Okay. I only talk to people that I respect. Tanya wants to get on the show, trying to get a laptop going. Tanya wants to come on the show too. Damn, girl, you're new to the show and you want to come on. I hear you, girl. I'll let you on.
I'm actually friends with Tanya.
You're friends with, really? See, I told you, Sting, you're a player. Look at you. Look at you, Sting. I hear you, Sting.
Let me tell you how I know her.
Tell me how you know her.
She's actually the radar analyst for the Alabama Stormtroopers, the group of weather enthusiasts and people that I am with that I do the severe weather coverage with.
Okay. Oh, Coach Sting.
Yep. So we are just waiting on Griff. He said he would be get to a quiet room. He said, give me 5 to get to a quiet room, and he would jump on. So I guess we're just killing time right now.
Pretty much. I mean, see what we got. People are talking. Okay. Somebody from the CTS. Joey, who played running back for Bama? Somebody. Derrick Henry. Okay. Somebody stupid. Tony Griffin. Ha. And he's my bud. Scroll up, and you have my number. I don't want to put your number. I don't want to put your number up on TV, Spencer. Speaking of 2013, Reuben Foster.
Yeah.
Would you consider him probably one of the best Alabama linebackers of all time?
Of course.
We had an argument just about that the other day. About the best Hightower and Reuben Foster. I mean, who do you think was the better? Who do you think is the best Alabama linebacker of all time? Since we got an Alabama guest coming on.
Probably Reuben. Because he
I think so
lay
too.
you out.
Yes, that's what I said. Who's the best Mississippi State linebacker of all time?
I have no idea. I can tell you who the best cornerback was.
Corner or quarter?
Cornerback on defense.
What? Who?
That would be Jonathan Banks.
Okay.
The only 5-star recruit Sylvester Croom ever got at Mississippi State.
Okay.
And by the way, let me just go ahead and say for all the Alabama fans out there, congratulations to Sylvester Croom for making the College Football Hall of Fame. Congratulations on that, and hopefully we can have him on the show very soon. However, I will tell you that he is head of the Senior Bowl down in Mobile, so I'm sure he is getting ready for that big game coming up here in just a few weeks.
Cool. Congrats. So, Tanya Griffin, tell us about yourself. Since I bet the people that listen to this on podcasts, they're like, what the hell are we listening to? Look, we had a guest problem. We're going to try to have Ray Hudson again.
Griff said he is going to switch to his laptop. He'll be here shortly.
Okay. Tanya, so tell us about yourself.
What now?
Tanya, I'm talking to Tanya. This is the only date I had is since I got married.
You know, honestly, though, Joey, we didn't talk about Aaron Rodgers. What are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers?
I know Spencer interrupted us. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers. You know a team that I think he'd probably be good for.
Who?
The Dolphins.
Yeah. You say get rid of Tua though?
Yeah.
A lot of Alabama fans are gonna hate you for that one, man.
I mean, it's not that I got anything against Tua, but Tua's injury prone.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you know all of the
they fell short in the postseason.
Go ahead, man.
What do you mean? Wait a minute.
I said go ahead.
They talk about trading Tua for a long time for Deshaun Watson. So I mean, just a mom from there you go.
Oh, here we go.
Great grown kids, weather enthusiasts. Okay, Tanya, I hear you. I like the weather too, girl.
All right, Griff is on, man.
All right, introduce him.
All right, so we currently have Griff Redmill, who is about to join us, and we really want to thank him for joining us. And he was actually on the SEC championship team that actually beat Florida in '99. Griff, welcome to the show, and thank you for doing this on such short notice.
No problem, guys. Thanks for having me.
You're still required to come on Thursday, so.
Okay, no problem. Happy to do it.
All right. So, what's been going on with you right now, Griff?
Well, I'm just, I've been going from the university for quite a while now. My last year was 2000, so it's been a lot of years and water under the bridge since my days on the capstone. So, just living life, man. Got my wife Gia. We've been married for 18 years, and then we got 3 beautiful children. Langley, who's 16, and I got boy-girl twins, Jack and Ann Bailey. They're 11, soon to be 12, and just doing life, man.
Right.
Now, I want to ask you this. I wasn't really prepared for this interview. I was
Same.
So my all-time favorite quarterback of all quarterbacks at University of Alabama, and personally, is Andrew Zhao. Of course, you had that quarterback competition between Tyler Watts and Andrew Zhao. Personally, who did you like blocking for, Tyler Watts or Andrew Zhao?
Well, I mean, both of those guys were great teammates and are to this day good friends of mine. So if you want me to give you a real honest opinion, probably this forum's not the best place to do it. But I think at that point in time where we were at, Tyler had a lot of attributes that he brought to the table, but I think where we were at that time as a team, I think Andrew probably gave us our best shot to win. Tyler was more of a improviser at times, and sometimes it makes it harder on offensive linemen. With Andrew, we kind of knew he knew the system a little better, and we kind of knew what was coming behind us. When you're in your pass protection and whatnot, and when Andrew felt like he had the confidence from the coaching staff and the guys, man, you really saw what he could do, and I think they probably tried to tinker with that a little too much. With the back and forth at the end of '99 and then on through the 2000 season, if they would have just I think left it with him and let Tyler kind of back him up and then kind of grow into his own starting role after Andrew was gone, I think it probably would have worked out better for the both of them.
Well, what did it mean to you that season? Alabama was, we were going, since 1992, we won a national championship. But, the following years, we were off and on. But 1999 was the rebirth of University of Alabama. We won the SEC championship game. What did it mean to you to bring that championship to the University of Alabama?
Well, for me personally, it was very special. I grew up just down the road from Tuscaloosa in Jasper, Alabama. Grew up an Alabama fan. Grew up through all the Bear Bryant era. When Alabama was great. And for me, it was a dream to play football for the University of Alabama, to have that chance. And it just so happened that opportunity for me aligned with some down years for the school and for our football team. But it didn't mean we worked any less hard. We were just saddled with some really unfortunate situations with probation and things like that they did what they were supposed to do. They're supposed to, burden you, hold you down, hold you back. And so, we were kind of paying a penance for somebody else's sin, so to speak. And so we, in '99, I was a redshirt junior. So me and those guys have been plugging away, for 3 or 4 years, just like those guys before us. So we're on all those great teams. And so to finally see it have some level of, some payoff, and beat Florida twice. In the same year when they were supposed to be so good and win the championship, it was really extra special, I think, coming from where we had come from.
Hey, Griff, real quick, Spencer off of YouTube wants to ask, how did you identify as an offensive lineman where the blitzes was coming from?
Well, it's just a lot of practice.
Mm-hmm.
For me, this will tell you a little bit about our personnel struggles after probation. I came to Alabama as a defensive lineman, had never even played offensive line. And they moved me to offensive line in my first spring training after spending my redshirt year on defense. And then pretty quickly thereafter, I was starting at guard. Started 2 games my freshman year and then full-time started my sophomore year. So it was all brand new for me. And I'm not sure I ever quite figured it out. We was doing the best we could with the numbers we had. But, it's a lot of pre-snap recognition. And they've got so much more tools and resources today than we did in terms of film study. And, by the time those guys get on the airplane, they've got cut-ups from tonight's game, and they've got film study for next week already ready. So it's a lot of just watching what the team you're preparing for, what they're doing and how they're doing it, and tendencies and what they're going to do in this situation or that situation that prepares you for it. But other than that, it's just discipline. And what you're supposed to do, what area you're responsible for in this scheme, and then you have to react to what's coming to that area.
Right.
Before I got 2 more questions. You played with a lot of great players. You played with Sean Alexander. You played with I'm trying to think, Chris Samuels. Just off the top of my head, Antonio Carter, which we had on the show a couple of weeks ago. Who was your favorite person to not ever play with, but favorite teammate on the University of Alabama during the '99 season?
Well, man, that's a hard one to answer because so many of those guys mean so much to me.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Sean gets all the shine, and he deserves it because he was such a special guy, not just a player, just a special guy just to be around and be a friend of. And but Chris Samuels played right next to me, left tackle, and we were roommates on the road and we traveled. And I kind of felt like he was always maybe discounted or overshadowed. Didn't get the didn't get the credit that he probably deserved. And he was just such a great guy to, he just kind of helped bring me into the fold on the offensive line. As a guy who never played it before, and when they moved offensive line, they put me behind him, and I thought, well, this isn't what we really talked about because I'm never going to beat this guy out. He wound up being a number 3 pick in the draft, but pretty quickly moved me to guard, and he was such a huge help to me just from a confidence standpoint, helped me understand what to do, and being patient with me. And for that, I was very appreciative to him. And on Friday nights when you're in the hotel and they kind of pair you up with guys that play next to you or maybe play the same position as you, and the whole reason for that is so you can be discussing your the game plan and making sure everybody's on the same page. And those are some valuable Friday nights to share a hotel room with a guy like that.
I can't forget the man Freddie Millins. I can't believe I forgot about him.
There were a lot of good ones. So, there were a lot of good ones on that squad. So
yeah,
you did pretty good.
That's it. Sting, go ahead, man. What you got?
Okay, I want to go back to 2 games that were pivotal in your career at Alabama. One of them is the game to get into the SEC championship game on the road, Jordan-Hare Stadium against Auburn. Talk about that experience the week before the SEC championship game, please.
Well, that was a tremendous game to be a part of. So we had never won in Jordan-Hare. Mm-hmm. Or we had it in 97, and everybody remembers the screenplay.
Yes.
And the way it went down, and it didn't happen. And that was a devastating I can't even tell you. I was a freshman, so I didn't really play a whole lot. Played on special teams and maybe a few snaps here and there. But the way that one unfolded and ended was terrible. Not just for the team, but for Ed Sism, who was a great ball player, a great teammate, and for it to unfold like that, his last game was awful. So we had that in our minds going into that next opportunity at Jordan-Hare. Of course, that's hanging over your head. We've never won there. You never won there. You can't win there. Such a tough place to play. And then knowing that what it meant if we win, we're going to Atlanta.
Right.
And I'll never forget and they had a I can't remember what their record was. It wasn't great, but they had some scrappy players on that team.
Oh yeah.
And I'll never forget Leonardo Carson was playing defensive tackle, and I was manned up against him most of the night, and he gave me all I wanted all night long. We came out and we didn't play good in the second half, or the first half rather. And we go into the locker room, and I talked about Chris Samuels before. Chris wasn't a big rah-rah guy. He wasn't a big vocal guy. He was just a guy that everybody kind of gravitated to because of his personality and his talent on the field. And he absolutely unloaded on everybody. Pretty much called everybody's manhood into question, not just players, coaches too. And and nobody was left untouched by that moment, if you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. And it was like we came out of the half with a whole new sense of purpose. And if you ever got to watch anything and you've got some spare time, go to the YouTube cut up of that game and specifically watch the second half. And what Chris Samuels does to grown men across the line of scrimmage, it was unreal. And and we just took over and won. And it was, for as many bad times as we kind of went through and some tumultuous situations, that season there were so many magical moments that it made all the other down times just kind of seem forgettable.
Right.
Well, before we run out of time, real fast, we got a question from our family member, Spencer. Griff, your time at Bama, would you rather line up with a 5-star or a walk-on that works his butt off? His butt off.
Well, I don't know, man. That's a good question. It's pretty good to play next to a 5-star when you're not a 5-star. I can tell you that because Chris Samuel saved my butt a lot of times, and so did Sean Alexander. So those guys were, by today's standards, would both be 5-stars. But I played with some guys that walked on and overcame some real adversity in terms of where they started on the ladder and where they finished. So it's a case by case basis. When you're dealing with a generational type player like Sean Alexander or Chris Samuels, who's just so physically and athletically ahead of everybody else around you. It's hard to want to trade one of those guys for somebody else when you got them on your side.
Well, first off, we want to thank you for coming on short notice. You saved our butts. We hope
Yes.
that you'll be back on Thursday for Rolling with the Tide because you were scheduled to be on Thursday. So please come back. Do not cancel on us because we need you. But my last
I'll be
question
here.
to you is Amar Galloway, Antonio Carter. I met both these guys. I interviewed both these guys. Has Antonio Carter was he always so positive, and was Amar Galloway always so crazy?
Yeah, yes and yes. Both those guys are great dudes, man. And I'd go to battle with those guys any day of the week, even all these years later. Even though we might not be as effective as we were once, but yeah, just good dudes, man, and great teammates. And good guys to be around. Guys I still talk to.
And Griff,
Go to Alabaster and check out that bakery.
Yeah.
But Amar Galloway, I know he's living down in Florida. I ain't talked to him. I interviewed him one time, but I love his personality. He's a great guy. Griff, we're going to see you Thursday on Rolling with the Tide. Thank you so much for saving our butts. And Stingray, even though I just gave you the greatest outro of all time, Stingray is going to cancel it with that one little finger. Stingray, go ahead.
okay. Thank you for coming on, like Joey said. But since you were nice enough to come on, is there anything that you would like to give a shout out to or plug, especially any kind of business that you have or anything like that?
Hey, man, I'm in sales for a living. I sell custom packaging. So, you can find me on LinkedIn if your company's got a need. We can help you fix it. We can help you solve it. So.
Okay.
I really wasn't prepared for a plug, but if you gotta drag one out of me, that's the one I'd probably lay on you.
Okay.
Hey, if you're a good salesman, sell this show. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Stingray, go. Since I gave him a good close, go ahead and you give him a better close.
Thank you, man. And we will see you on Rolling with the Tide on Thursday night. Thank you so much for saving our rear ends, and have a wonderful evening, Griff.
Happy to help. We'll see you Thursday.
You. Okay.
Stingray.
Am I the man or what?
Yeah, you're the man. You're the man. All right. Well, let's go ahead and close this out. I know our podcast form is going to be like, what the hell is they doing? Listen, we're going to get in touch with Ray.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try to have him back on Thursday, get his stuff together. This stuff happens. Windstream is a very complicated thing for cell phones, and a lot of people, we didn't have our stuff together. That's our fault. Not Ray Hudson's fault. It's our fault. We should have made things work for him. But that said, that won't happen again. It probably will because this is live. But Stingray, anything you want to give a shout out to? Or Tanya, thank you for showing up today, girl. I can't wait to look you up on Facebook and stalk you.
No. I do have one more thing, man. I do have one more thing. We've got to pick the divisional rounds real quick.
Okay.
We have.
I told you off air. I got Rams and Kansas City. That's my picks.
Okay. I'm actually going with an upset here. I'm actually going Joey Burrow and Cincinnati going into Kansas City and knocking off Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. My Super Bowl pick is going to be the Bengals versus the 49ers of San Francisco. Book it.
And you picking the Bengals because of Joe Burrow, right?
Because that dude he got sacked 9 times against Tennessee, and they still won that football game.
Ooh, okay. Well, Joe Burrow, he's going to make – the Bengals are not going to win the Super Bowl.
You're just still butthurt about him coming in and dominating Alabama in 19.
No, I'm not. I look to – why you got to do that? I look to the future. I don't look to the past. I give a crap about 2013 extra point kick, 100-yard touchdown. I give a crap.
Yeah, but every time I say kick six, you get all pissed off.
I don't get pissed off. I don't think about it. It's over with. How many national championships did Alabama win after that?
I don't know.
I lost count. And it's like Joe Burrow's not going to win a Super Bowl this year. He will win a Super Bowl, but not this year. It's going to be the Rams and Kansas City.
Okay.
That's the Super Bowl. I mean, you need to go ahead. I watch more pro football than you do. Rams, Kansas City. That's your Super Bowl right there. Go ahead, write it down in your little journal. And he picked six my ass. See, I was in love with you. Now I'm gonna dump you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is 33. We're sorry for the chaos, but we did have a good time. We had Tanya, we had Spencer. Spencer will be on the show Thursday. Stingray, get his information down. We'll try to find you. If not, we'll try to hook something up. And Spencer said, I'm an old man. Don't worry about it. I'm an old man too, Spencer. It's not a dating app. We don't care what you look like. Just come on and have some fun, man. That's what, man, your family. So with that said, we're out. Tanya, thank you for showing up, girl. With that said, that's enough being said. With that said, that's enough being said. I'm going to repeat myself. Stingray closes out.
All right. So, it's always a chaos when I show up, just simply because we've had internet issues, we have guest issues. But once again, we got through another show of 3rd and 3. We hope that you guys have enjoyed it. And real quick, before I go, I want to do one more thing because there's actually a live basketball game right now. Alabama is on the road at Georgia in Athens, and they currently have a 4-point lead in the second half of basketball.
Okay, well, if you like college basketball, then woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, this was 3rd and 3. See you Thursday with Rolling with the Tide. Don't forget, Sunday night scoreboard. Sunday, and after Rolling with the Tide, there's going to be Bama Brigade. And keep on the lookout for February 9th with Criminal Athletes. And every Monday, we got a new interview with one more Sanchez. If you're a boxing fan, you need to check it out because we're going to have some big guests coming. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the CTS
Next
Sports
week,
Room.
right here, 3rd and 3, once again on Tuesday night at 6:30.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yes, we're changing our times. 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. Next Tuesday, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. We're not going to start at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock Central because Stingray has to count his money, and that's just the way it's going to be. And he's talking to the government right now, trying to bail us out. He's giving money away. He gives money away to everybody but me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 3rd and 3. Thank you for coming out. We love you. God bless.